Zach, I'm Bob Gutman. Thank you for visiting with us today. I know you've been very busy in the last few days and have had a hell of a week.
Yes, sir.
Um, you ran a marathon Sunday,
Yes,
and
sir.
you completed it 40 minutes faster than you thought you were going to, which is
Yes, sir.
remarkable.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about your affection for the Marines.
So I grew up admiring the Marines since I was a little kid, 5, 6 years old. I always looked up to the men in blue, the United States Marines. So I'm always inspired to be one of them and achieve my goal. Became a Marine. I went to boot camp 10 days after I graduated high school. Graduated October 1st, 2015. So this will be my 4th year in the Corps.
Wow, that's
Yes, sir.
amazing. And you told me earlier what the Navy, who's an associated part of the Marines,
Yes, sir.
says about the Marines. What do they say?
They say we're the men's department of the Marine Corps.
Of the Navy.
or of the Navy. Yes,
Right,
sorry.
right.
Yeah.
Where are you stationed now?
I'm currently stationed in Africa,
What country?
Niger.
And what's it like there? What's it feel like?
It's pretty hot, but there's a lot of pollution. The locals are friendly, but yeah, it's just not. It's what you would expect of a third world country. So.
And as a Marine it's a landlocked country, is it not? Or it has a shore somewhere on the west
No,
coast?
it's landlocked.
It's landlocked.
Yes, sir.
Why are the Marines there?
So we have a program called the Marine Security Guard program where we're at almost every single. There's a Marine detachment at almost every single embassy around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Not every single one, but just about. And so there's a detachment of Marines that provide overwatch and security of the embassy compounds.
Mm-hmm. And that's your job, is to be an embassy
Yes,
guard?
sir. Yes, sir.
Is there anything special that you needed to learn to do that?
Yeah, so we actually had to go to a specialty school.
Mm-hmm.
That was about 2.5 months long, where we learned the skills to
Mhm.
be a Marine security
Mhm.
guard. So.
Mhm. Okay, very good. Did you ask for this job?
Yes, I did. I volunteered for it, sir.
Good for you. Thank you. And what is your level now in the Marine?
I'm a sergeant. I'm an E5.
You're an E5, which
Yes,
is
sir.
a pretty high rank for somebody who's just out of high school, isn't it?
Pretty much.
That's
Yes, sir.
faster than most people get to E5, as I understand it.
I think so.
Mhm,
I think
mhm,
so.
mhm. And I know your grandparents very well. I know that they are very strong Zionists,
Mhm.
and I know that that's the case for you. But you did something special to run the marathon here in North Carolina. What? Give us an idea of what track you were on and how you negotiated that track. What did you do?
So after the shooting in Pittsburgh back in October, the synagogue that was shot up, I kind of took a month or two to reflect on kind of what was happening around the world with anti-Semitism, anti-Jew. Just it's all over the place in the United States, especially right now, but all over the world it's very prevalent. So I was thinking of ways to try to raise money and awareness, and I figured what better way to do it than run a marathon and start a GoFundMe page to raise the money that is going. All the proceeds are being donated to the Chabad of Cary
Mm-hmm.
here,
Mm-hmm.
and I just thought, throughout our history, Jews have long endured and suffered, and I thought, what better way of showing this endurance by running a marathon? So.
Endurance on endurance.
Yes,
That's
sir.
very, very nice. And about how much do you think you've raised so far? The money will still be coming in, I suppose.
Yeah, so I'm going to keep the account open for another couple days.
Mm-hmm.
But we reached, the first goal was $1,500. We surpassed that, and then the goal was doubled to $3,000, and we just passed that a few days ago. So we're over $3,000 raised now.
Mm-hmm. And you had to pay for your own fare from Africa to North Carolina, is that
Yes,
right?
sir.
And home, of course, as well. You told me at dinner that American Airlines gave you a special call. Can you tell us about that?
Oh yeah, so one of the American Airlines employees who works at RDU here, he had seen the article and reached out to me and upgraded my seat to first class and told me he would meet me at the airport when I fly up to New York tomorrow morning. So that was very special for me. He thanked me for what I'm doing, and he's actually not Jewish, but he donated to the GoFundMe, and he thanked me for what I was doing and trying to help make the world a better place. So.
How many Jews do you know in the Marine Corps?
None. Zero.
Zero.
Yes, sir.
A common circumstance for many decades.
Right.
But you're a very proud Marine, and you're planning to continue with them for how many more years?
So I want to stay in the Marine Corps as long as I can, as of right now.
Okay. And your plan ultimately is to do what after the Marine Corps, or during the Marine Corps?
So I want to get my bachelor's degree, of course. But right now I'm just taking life as it goes and trying to set new goals and physical challenges and obstacles to overcome. So.
Do you have a sense of your future involvement in pro-Israel, anti-Semitic jobs, tasks, and so forth? Do you have some vision of what you'll be doing when you're 35?
So I definitely want to get involved with doing more to help our community. I feel like this was just building a good foundation, this fundraiser. Getting started, getting my feet wet in this cause, but quite frankly, seeing all this anti-Semitism, I'm just kind of fed up, and I think Jews all over America and all over the world, I think we should all be fed up and finally stand up and do something about it. So I'm trying to start a movement, basically.
Do you have any special concerns about what's happening in your grandparents' community or area?
Right, so I understand that a few months back there was some anti-Semitism that was going on here in Cary, so I actually didn't know about this until a few weeks ago, so it was quite surprising. It just makes me realize that it's all over the place, even in a nice rural county like this. It happens everywhere. So.
What have you learned about the history of anti-Semitism?
Just that throughout history, for whatever reason, Jews are just the choice of being picked on, I guess. I wouldn't say being picked on, but people definitely like to take their anger out on us for some reason. So.
Has the reason been the same over the centuries?
So I don't know, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to raise awareness, is because I want a better understanding of why people do not, why people hate Jews, why people don't understand us or don't like us.
Do you have the sense that some people who despise Jews are not aware that they actually despise Jews? Do you have some sense of that kind of anti-Semitism?
So, my take on that would be, I feel like if you don't like a certain race or religion, I don't think it's very hard to distinguish that. I think either like or you don't. I don't think there's any mask to be hiding behind saying, oh, I don't know what I'm saying, or I don't know what I'm doing, but.
Do you see any, do you see, and what might they be if you do see them, distinctions between hatred of other groups and anti-Semitism in a morality sense?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
What is different, what differences, if any, exist between anti-Semitism and some other group?
Well, I would say there's definitely a difference in whether it be hatred of other races and religions. You often see a uprising by other people, other cultures and races. But for some reason, when something anti-Semitic happens, not only is everybody quiet about it, but I often see that us Jews, a lot of people are, for whatever reason, we like to make excuses saying, oh, he or she didn't mean what they said, or that it was taken out of context. I think that Jews as a whole need to do a better part in taking a stand and saying, no, this is not okay. Like this should not happen.
You certainly show a keen understanding of what you're doing, Zach. I know our whole congregations and community are very grateful for what you're doing. I know you're going to go to New York and run another marathon when you're with your parents' home, and then
Yes,
you're
sir.
going to take a flight back to Niger.
Yes, sir.
We wish you the best of luck, not only in that, but in your career, and we're very glad that you are part of us. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, sir.
Okay. And push